Alright guys, back with the EG. Took it to Christmas. On my drive to Christmas, literally less than 15 minutes away from here, one of the injector wires literally came out of one of the butt connectors that were on this. So I think first order of business, I'm going to take the harness out. I'm going to show you guys how to go through a harness when you first buy one of these Civics like this. Alright. Usually when I go to take the harness out, I take it all the way out from the plugs, from the ECU. I don't just leave it like this. But the harness actually looks OEM. It doesn't look touch inside the car. And on top of that, the bolt way in here, I don't know if you can see how fucked up it is. Somebody left that surprise for me. So yeah, unfortunately, with with just the tools in this bag, I'm not gonna be able to get that fucking bolt out. So thanks, guy. We're just gonna have to leave it. The only thing that looks like it was messed with was the O2 wire for the wideband. So I'm gonna leave it. Like I said, I mean, usually I'm taking the whole thing out and taking everything off and checking everything. But yeah, I have the harness on the table. Took all the rest of this blue shit off. I'm gonna unwrap it. Any wires that are not fully put together right, or they're chewed up, it's all gonna get... Oh yeah, look at this one for the distributor. I didn't even see this yet. Look at that. This is the power. I'm pretty sure, no. Yeah. Pretty sure this is the power ground or either power and tack signal for the distributor. So yeah. Just all kinds of shit like that I'm gonna find, I guarantee, underneath this. The stuff in the engine bay looks like it was messed with a lot, but the stuff inside looks OEM. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Alright, GoPro died on time lapse, but you can see I have like 2 connectors left to do. I left this like this just so I can mark what injector is what, but that's gonna get taped up. Well, I'm not using tape, using harness wrap, so you can see it's not exactly electric tape, which is a lot better than using electric tape. This is what we use to build prototype vehicles. But you can see I did all the wiring repairs, organized everything, routed it the way it's supposed to go. Whatever wasn't being used is like these. I'm pretty sure these are for the tack, but it doesn't have a tack because it's an EG and it has a stock cluster. So those weren't being used. Anything that was butt connected or just twisted together got soldered and heat shrinked. Anything that was like all twisted up and just fucked around with, I cut it, straightened it all out, and soldered and heat shrinked it, and then wrapped it. So everything looks good. The only broken connector was this one. Everything else go right back on like OEM. Alright, harness is installed. See kind of how I got it nice and laid down. It's all tied up. Just goes underneath the manifold right here. I kind of like it this way, you know. A lot of times you have it come up through the middle, but having it swoop around the side here, get it tucked down in here, doesn't look that bad. Got everything going routed OEM. I mean, you can't even see the harness. Can't even see it. It's got it tied up. This was not supposed to be a wire tuck, but you literally can't even see the harness, so. Let's see. Finished this last night, but didn't have enough time to film it. It's just too dark out. So let's see. This will be a cold start. Got pump. Check in. ECU zone. So let's see. Should be able to just literally breathe on the key and it'll turn on. Literally. Let's see. Ready? Vibrating up here. Dashboard is fucking vibrating. Fucking drive it. I gotta find more work to do. But yeah, no issues. I can see smoke right here. The smoke. That's just probably leaking. I'll bet money that it's leaking. See what she's looking like in here. No check engine light. Car's been idling on its own. It's warming up, so it should be leaning out. Yep. Yeah, 14.2 right now. Should it go to the 14.7? I haven't wired the wideband of the ECU yet. I gotta basically uninstall all of this shit, unwire the whole thing to fucking wire it in right. So just slacking because just don't really need it right now. So yeah, I mean, basically what we do to clean these harnesses up, take everything off, find all of the bad wiring repairs that's been made the last 10-15 years, because you know these cars are old as shit. They're old as shit. So who knows how many people have done work on this car, have done wiring on it. Every time you buy one of these cars that are this old, I don't care who you bought it from. I don't care how fast the car is running. I don't care if it's running good. I don't care if it's running bad. Always take that harness out and you find everything that's wrong, because you saw even with the harness how it was, the car ran and drove. I could even get into boost and I could drive it, I could rip on it, but it wasn't right. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's just my 2 cents on that. Take the harness out, go through everything, always. This car is running a lot better just from that, and it ran fine before. So sometimes it's hard to know that you even have a problem, you know. Our idles come down probably like to 900. It's not so rattly now. This is just, the whole interior in this car is not that great. I don't know how rare it is that the cup holders work. Somebody tell me if this is like gift from God or if it's totally normal that they work. Oh God, what is all that? So I haven't even opened any of this yet. I can't drive the car because for some reason in Florida they make it the hardest thing in the world to get plates for your vehicles, especially when you're not from here. So if anybody has any pointers or is able to help me out get plates, I don't even know. Right now it's not looking like I'm gonna be able to drive this car until January 20th. I'm not gonna be able to drive it. So we'll just keep doing work on it until it's literally perfect, I guess, and then we'll drive it when it's perfect. But I would like to drive it now because I could drive it right now. I could go do a pull right now in this thing and it would be fine. I could drive this car wherever I would want to go right now. Alright, let's see. Yep. So everything seems to be working just how it's supposed to. Like I said before, we got no tack because it's a stock EG cluster. So those 2 wires that you see in the engine bay, it's for the tack. When we, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. If I'm gonna take all the stuff out of this car, put it in my sedan, or vice versa, take everything out of the sedan, put it on this car, which would be like the suspension and cluster and just all the cool stuff, you know. But if I do that, I'm junking the sedan or selling it or whatever as a shell. But if I take the B20 out of this car, put it in my sedan, I'll keep this car and I'll make it into a race car and I'll do the case stuff with this car. Well, you know what? This thing's really dirty. Clean that up. Clean you up. I'm sure that's like a million times better. Yeah. So just, I don't know what I want to do. The sedan is 1,200 miles away, so we'll have some time with this car to beat on it and take it to car meets and show off Denuso tuning and stuff like that. This car doesn't have 3rd gear though, so I still have to replace the trans as well. Well, I don't think I want to replace the trans because the trans feels really nice in this car, besides the 3rd gear. So I think I just want to get the 3rd gear fixed. I'm not, obviously with just a picnic bench and this bag of tools right here, I'm not going to be able to fix a transmission. I don't even have a driveway, so yeah. If I can make a harness like that on a picnic bench, y'all have no excuses for shitty harnesses. There's just no excuse for that fucking garbage that I pulled out of here. And this is the same story on every Honda. Every time somebody calls me over to tune their car, or I buy a Honda, or I just go look at one, man, the harnesses are always bad. They're just always bad. In one day, I made this harness on a picnic bench outside. with hardly any tools. And I did it the right way, just like you would do it in a car dealership or at a high performance shop. I did it 100% the right way, and you can see that car runs totally fine. And it looks great. Stop fucking around with the goddamn harnesses on the Civics. Do them right. Pull up a pinout sheet, make sure everything's going the right way. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else. Shit. So, it's probably gonna be the end of that one. I'm gonna do a so we got everything all nice. Put some here. You can't see any of it. Oh, you can see that wire. The only one that has a wire color stuff. You can see it, I guess, right here. Yeah. So I think next is gonna be some tuning on this thing, probably. I don't know, I might take it over to Dan, so I gotta talk to him, see what he wants to do. I'm trying to convince my boy Guillermo to do some sponsored work on this car, because I just can't afford him. He's too expensive. But if he's willing to help me out and do some work on this to show off his work, because he just moved to Florida, SEMA quality work. We don't really need stuff like that on this car. This car doesn't need that, but if he wants to show off some of his work, maybe we can convince him to do it. Dan does a totally fine job with the stuff he does. You know, like I said, this car doesn't need SEMA work. Totally unnecessary. But we'll see. And I've been friends with Guillermo for 10 plus years. So it'd be nice if I can get him to do something. Where do we go from here?